Hey, it worked instantly. I just turned it on and clicked the clicker, and man, maybe I'll be better at this than I thought. Um, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I don't know how the lighting is, but you know, this is such a cozy place, such a serene setting. And so, I may have to edit this down. Here's a neat picture that I didn't do it. I got it from Bruce today, and it just looks so fun. Looks just like fun to look at. Do you not agree? Okay. Maybe, let's see, maybe I'll come down a little bit. So, maybe I need more candles in the back. That'd be cool. There's the time of day it is. So, today I had this art journey is really interesting, just in terms of what it's doing in my life. Like what I'm seeing in Denise's life, what I'm seeing in Eileen's life, their journeys, the way that the things that they like to paint, the struggles that they've had in doing all these things, the joys, of doing all that kind of stuff. And I feel like, okay, so there's Denise on one side, and she's just like bursting it onto the art scene like a firework. And I even had a lady tell me the other day that Denise's art was healing. It's going to heal people, and that it has already done that in our art teacher's life. So, and mine with that thing she did for me. So that's she's my little sister, so it makes me really happy to see her blooming like that, and doing something that she really feels good about and she's proud of. So I just, on so many levels it's cool. Well, anyway, so then seeing Eileen and her struggling in the beginning with confidence about it and feeling inferior, like she wasn't going to be able to do it and stuff. And then, boom, 2 weeks ago, she has a breakthrough, and now she's getting up there with Denise. I mean, she did a couple things today where I was just like, oh, holy shit. So last night, I realized today's art class, and I better have something to show for my homework. And so all I had was, let's see if I can find it. Like all I had was like this, just some bands of blue and yellow. like like I'm not, this was the most thing I did. Like, so and then I'm just horsing around. Anyway, so it is. So I am realizing that I am being quickly left in the dust in terms of talent. And I'm also starting to lose interest a little bit, because if it's not fun for me, and it's not like I need to be as good as Denise, but man, I really am like really different. So I'm looking at. So last night I decided, shit, man, I better get it together and do something. So I did some of those things last night, just before I went to bed, and I realized I have no desire to paint a thing. I just like figuring out how to blend colors, and the most thing I want to do that's like actually a thing is like leaves. I want to do leaves. I want to be able to do leaves and do them well and enjoy them and just do a lot of them. And that's it. That's all. That's all I want to do. Like, but some of the techniques that he's teaching us, like, I think they're fun. I love the techniques. I love doing that. I think that's a lot of fun. But I also lose inspiration pretty easily. So I'm all inspired in art class and I get all these ideas, and then I get home and I put my shit away and I don't think about it again. So, that tells me something. But I do know something about myself. So I do realize interesting things about myself. And like all every week there's something. So today I just had to accept the fact that I may not continue very much with this, but at least I know how to do stuff. I know how to paint with these kind of paints and those kind of paints and those kind of pencils and whatever. And I know some techniques that are fun to do. And I don't want to paint a thing really. I just want to play with paint, I guess, and play with the techniques and see what does what. That's all I care about. I like experimenting with, like, let's see what this does. Let's see what that does. Let's see what happens when you spray water on it. Let's see what happens when you put salt on it, whatever. Anyway, so I don't know if I'm going to be very good at 2-minute videos, but I have learned a lot about myself. I have really enjoyed this journey. I'm continuing to enjoy it. And it really helps you refine, I've also realized that when, like, okay, next week we have to do these landscapes and we have to draw out, the outline of it and then work on it in class. And, like, we have to look at the composition. We have to look at it's getting down to these structured details. And I'm not very good at the structured details, even though I myself can be very structured. I just want to do my own thing. And so, like, what he said today was, he said, you just like free form. That's okay. So that's nice. I do like freeform, and I do like experimenting, and I do like the tools and the techniques and the colors but I don't like it when there's much of a consistent demand on me, apparently, because I don't want to, like, he was talking about, like, taking a picture and just drawing this one little section of it and checking for the composition and the unity and the balance and the, like, blah, 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 no, that's too much. I don't want to do it. And, like, it feels restrictive to me, and I don't like that. I don't want to be restricted, and I don't want to, I've seen myself just go, like, watch, like, a YouTube video about how to make a leaf or whatever. And so, like, I start off maybe about 10 seconds doing what they're suggesting, and then boom, I'm off and doing something totally different, forgetting all about their YouTube video that's still running and talking. And I'm like, wow, I don't know what that's about. But I'm fine with it. I don't care if that's how I am. I just want to go with who I am and what makes me happy. I'm probably gonna have to, like, I have no idea how many minutes that is. 10. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do a 2-minute video. That'll take some practice for sure. That'll just have to be just like little random thoughts I might have, but I also know that my random thoughts find rabbit trails and they meander into the forest where there's moss and frogs. So I'm not sure, but it is something that I feel like I want to start to do and just see where it goes, see what happens. And so I will be playing around with lighting. I'm not going to really try to do a great job. You know, like I don't want to do a good job. I don't want to have to like have everything be just so and have all the right equipment and have the, you know, I am who I am and you're going to get what you get with me. So, anyway, I was just sitting here getting ready to paint and got a wild hair and ordered a taller tripod, and I'm going to try to make. Oh, you know what oh, okay, this could be a 2-minute one. I'll start over. I thought of something today.